Hey guys, Kev here, and I am finally ready for the Premium Pen Showdown. Now, this is going to be more of an overview of all the pens. I wanted to show you all the ones I've recently got in. These are pens that I have spent the last few months, with the exception of one pen, this one, getting in, so that I could do reviews. Now, I have paid for some of these, and I have gotten, well, I've actually gotten a lot of these for free. They were sent in for review, I should say. But I did pay for I paid for these three right here. Which is ironic because we'll get to it later, but this is probably my favorite pen. But anyway, I wanted to try and test out as many titanium or premium pens. They usually just tend to be titanium. We do have one pen on the table that is not titanium. That is this one. It is made out of aluminum. But I also have more coming. I actually have two more of these coming in zirconium, so I'm excited to try that. I had one other pen. It was from Big Idea Designs, but I did actually sell that. That was the slim bolt action pen. After they decided to drop me from their affiliate program because I gave the Pete's Pirate knife a negative review, I just kind of purged what I could of their stuff and kind of just moved on. That is a very good pen, though, the slim bolt action pen. I also have a side click from them, a double side click titanium pen from Big Idea Designs. It is downstairs. I believe my wife uses it, so I didn't want to, just get rid of it. I'm spiteful, but not that spiteful. But I don't like that pen at all because it has that thing that goes over the top of the barrel, and that's how you set the refill size. The slim bolt action, the way they have that mechanism where you rotate it on the back of the pen to change the refill size, that's fantastic. That sort of collet or whatever you call it that goes over the top on their other ones is just, it makes the whole thing feel cheap. So anyway, I just want to touch that. That one won't be in here, but it's a very good choice, especially if you're going to be switching out refills, Now, the biggest thing for me here is I am a Parker refill guy through and through. Basically, any pen I get has to fit a Parker refill, or I'm kind of out on it. A D1 refill, which is like a mini refill, works as well, but there's just nothing that's going to be that good for me size-wise. I do have a keychain pen that I like that takes the D1. And then I have another pen in my truck, but it's more of a mini pen. It's a Tech Liner mini, and or super small or something like that. It's just sitting in my pouch in the truck so that when I need it, I can use it. And that takes a G2 mini. Those are the only exceptions to the Parker thing. So, if you're not a Parker refill guy, there are different options, I believe, for most of these pens. So I think this one does not have another option. This one, they have other pens, but not the same exact one in a smaller size. And I don't think this one comes in a smaller size either, and neither does this one. But the rest of them, this one, and this one come in different sizes, so you could try different refills. If you're like a G2 guy, there's obviously other options out there then, if you're a G2 guy. So, anyway, let's get into this. The first one's sort of just an honorable mention. This is the Soul Built Mark Smith, and this is actually a bolt action Sharpie. And the reason I wanted to show this off is because they actually just came out with a sort of attachment kit. I forget, what would you call that? Where you can, change the size of something. My brain just blanking. You know exactly what I mean. Um, and you can actually put a Parker refill in here. So it actually has a kit that makes it a Parker refill bolt action pen. So if you are somebody who really, really likes using a Sharpie and you have the occasional need for a pen, or you want to swap back and forth, this is a really good option. Those will be available, I believe, on their website, the pen refill kits. And yeah, so for me, that's not something I'm gonna do. I'm more of a dedicated person, so I'm gonna set it and forget it. So this is gonna be my Sharpie. I wouldn't personally get into something this large for a pen. The only reason to do it is if you want to just have something you already have like this and make it a Parker pen. It's called a conversion kit. That's what I was thinking of. So if you have one of these and you want to convert it to a Parker refill, you can. But I wouldn't necessarily go buying this and the conversion kit to make a pen, if that makes sense. But I highly, highly recommend this as a bolt action Sharpie. It's really the only one on the market, and it works fantastically. It has a little gate that covers the tip so it won't dry out. The action's really good, very smooth. The titanium's very nicely done. They will engrave on there if you want. Now you can get these on Amazon or their website, so links are down below. But I'll link Amazon. It's $100 starting for this in a polished titanium. You can also get it in a black like this. And I believe that one comes with 2 refills, and that's $120 on Amazon. So that's probably the one I would go for, but you can choose. That's the Soul Built Marksmith. I really, really love this product. The next one here is the Autmog pen, and it's AUTMOG. This is a Canadian company that makes these pens, and they are one of my favorite pens. Actually, all of these are one of my favorite pens, pretty much. But this one is very, very high on my list. Probably my second favorite behind these. And I'll talk about why these are my favorite. A lot of it has to do with the mechanism and the design aspect. But if we're talking about just the feel in the hand and the writing, the writability, is that a word? I don't know. This is probably the best pen on the market and that I've handled. This is the Autmog 40 click pen. It's in titanium, so it's 6ALV4 titanium, which is grade 5. I believe all of these are grade 5 titanium, but I can't be certain, except this one's aluminum. Although I think they used to use grade 2 earlier on with these, but I can't be certain when they switched over. So you can obviously do your research, but this version is not available anymore, so you're only going to be able to buy grade 5, which is good. But anyway, this is the Autmog pen 40 click, and basically the 40 stands for the circumference of the pen in millimeters. So it's 40 millimeters around. They also have a 39, I think a 36. There's other ones which are just different refills, right? This is the Parker one. I believe they list it as a Schmidt 9000 refill, which is the gel kind of knockoff version of a Parker. At least that's how I take it. Really good tip exposure on this one. That's something I really care about. I'm going to use this little notebook to show you the writing. I actually got this from Studio Neat, which is going to be the maker of this pen right here. They sent me these little tote book minis. I have a couple to give away too. But, being left-handed, this kind of stuff is hard to use. But I just want to show you guys how they write. So again, they're all going to have the same refill, so it's going to make it easy to see. But yeah, it feels really smooth. It's really comfortable in the hand. It's got a great size. That's one thing I really love about this pen. Just melts into my hand. It writes really well. It's got that little drop off right here in the barrel, which is kind of cool. The clip does not touch the frame. You'll notice that might be a theme along the way here. And that is not a problem. It's something to do with the rounded nature of pens, maybe, that they do that. And I've never had one of these pens or any pen come out of my pocket, so it's not an issue. It's just how pens are, I guess. But this thing has some super sweet milling on it. If you get a look, it's hard to show you. Let's see if you can make it out. Do you see those super sweet milling lines? Think tactile turn, but on an even smaller level, which is super impressive. You can feel it and you can see it up close, but it is really hard to show you. So until you handle one of these, you really can't appreciate the machine work that goes into it. Because every time it goes around and it creates one of those milling lines, that is one pass on the CNC machine, or the I'm guessing lathes are used. Swiss lathes are used for a lot of these, but that is a lot of work. That is a lot of rotations, or whatever passes they call it. So it's really cool, and the mechanism is just unique to me. It is a side click, and a lot of these are going to be bolt action type pens, because that's what's popular right now. And I don't know if it's easier to machine than click pens. I don't know. I had been hunting for a click pen that is super satisfying and premium for a long time. And I honestly could not find a double action click pen for the life of me that was premium until I found this one. And we'll talk about that. This one is what you call a side click. So you click down and then it locks in right here. And you just push that little detent ball and it pops out. And I've learned to just drag my thumb up and it pops into that little hole. So she said, and then boop. So it's just a really fun and satisfying mechanism. One downside I had with this one is this is right here is where it loosens. So you can unscrew that, and then your mechanism comes off, and then you can change your refills out. There's no like threading down here. You can't unscrew anything down here. But this came loose pretty easy. I would just be like clicking it, and then all of a sudden it'd be loose. So what I did was I used a little bit of Loctite on it and really tightened it down. If you're replacing refills constantly, that would suck, but it's not really a big deal because I'm not going to replace it until I have to, you know. But it's really cool. Feels really good in the hand. One other downside to this is availability. It seems very hard to get. I'm on the website here. Price-wise on these, they range from like 150 to 160 Canadian dollars. Actually, I see one here that's 136 Canadian, so it varies. But I don't know what that relates to in terms of dollars. I think it might be Canadian is higher, so it might be like 115, 120. I'm not sure. You guys can do the conversion there, but those are the price points you're looking at, somewhere around 120 to 160 Canadian dollars. But I've never seen one available until right now. I'm on the website for this video, and there's one available. It's 39 click pen that takes the Pilot G2, so it's a larger type pen. Not large, but just a larger one, and it takes the Pilot G2. It's got an interesting kind of nose to it, which is cool that all their pens have sort of a different nose. I love how this just tapers down. That's beautiful to me. So they have, they have one version available right now. I'm filming this on April 2nd, so who knows what it'll be once you see this, but that is the Ottmog pen. Love it. The next one is the Nottingham Tactical Not-A-Bolt pen. So they reached out to me and asked if I wanted to check one of these out. And then just for transparency's sake, I reached out to Soulbuilt and I reached out to Ottmog. When I find interest in something like that and I'm hunting it down, I will reach out and see, if they would send me a loaner or maybe give me a discount because I'm going to review the product. And a lot of times if they say no, I just buy it anyway, but it's worth a shot, right? In this case, they were kind enough to send me one, and so was Soulbuilt. Nottingham reached out to me because they came out with this left-hand version of the not a bolt pen, which is their version of a bolt action. And it's not a bolt because it's Nottingham Tactical. It's still a play on words there, which I think is pretty funny. But it's N-O-T-T-A, not a bolt. And it's a really good mechanism. They did a great job on this. I really, really enjoy this pen. I am not someone who enjoys a thicker barreled pen. As you can see, across the board here, most of these are pretty thin. The two thicker ones are this one and this one, and they just work for me, you know. It just fits my hand really well. The knurling they have down here is dimpling is absolutely gorgeous. You have a really good transition here. You can obviously see it, but it's very well done. It screws on really nicely. The machining is just fantastic on this piece. They've done a great job with that. A lot of threads there, and it tightens down real nice. You know, the clip is one thing I don't, you know, love on this, but it is minimal, and it's, you know, but the reason that the clip is so low is because the way they do their mechanisms, I don't know if you can see that little bit of spacing right there. I always thought that was like some kind of a chip or something was damaged. But that's actually how you can swap this out. So there's a little tool you get, and I guess you slot it in there. And basically it helps you pop this off, and this whole top part will come out. And that is your locking mechanism. And they actually sell different ones. So you can buy the click pen, which is like a side click, where you click down, it locks in, you push it, and it opens. It's like this one, but different button. They have a 2-click version where you click it down, and then it has a lock too. So you have to like push this button and then that button, and it releases. For people who have issues with pens going off in their pocket or something like that, I forget the reasoning, but they have that. I think that's it. I think there's like 3 mechanisms, but you can actually buy them for like $50. You can just buy the mechanism, and then you get the tool and you can pop it off and swap it out. So you don't have to buy a whole new $150 pen to experience a new locking mechanism. I think that's pretty cool. You can buy the mechanism in different materials. So if you really wanted to, you could put like a Zerk whatever on here and then have your titanium pen. They just have some modularity, which I think is really cool. But it does result in this clip being rather low down on the barrel, which for me, you know, it's not like a knife where I need deep carry because I don't even carry pens. They go in a pouch, they go in a backpack, or they sit on my desk mostly, right? So it's not a big deal, but, you know, it's not the best looking clip location-wise. I love how they have their name engraved right there. I love how they have their logo back here. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite, execution of a logo. I'm trying to get it. Let me zoom in. There you go. Nottingham Tactical. It's just really good. My favorite bolt action mechanism is this with a plunger, because you can utilize that plunger to you know, lock the pen or whatever. It doesn't just work like a click pen, but you can kind of get it to if you manipulate your pen right, or you know, it just adds a little bit of fidget factor. And for me, it adds that little bit of flair having no screw up here on a cap or anything like that. We're going to talk about that later when we get to these. But really, really good pen. I really enjoy them. It's $150 for a base pen. And then you can choose the size. There's patterns. There's all different types of patterns for different pricing. And they go up, you know, it goes up to, you know, high numbers if you get into Zerk or whatever. And they have fully, you know, milled out versions, and it's just really cool. So that is the Nottingham Not a Bolt. Really good pen. The next one here is from Billet Spin. So this is another one that they reached out to me and asked if I want to check these out because they came out with this left-handed version of this pen. This is the Cam pen. So, yeah, let me just grab this. Actually, you know what? On this one, now I'm not sure if this is a lefty. Yes, it is a lefty. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. I got confused there for a second. All right. So we have the Cam pen. This is from Billet Spin. And they are really, really cool. They're just doing cool stuff over at Billet Spin. They make tops and gambit coins. They make fidgety kind of stuff, which is really cool. And they offered to send me a couple of these left-handed pens. So they sent me another one, which was Zerk. I gave that one away. And I kept this one. This is all titanium. It's just a little bit cleaner for me. I like the look of it. And the Cam pen, the cool thing about this is it's very bolt action-like, right? It has sort of the same mechanism looking, but this one goes side to side. And you'll see, tip comes out when you do that. And it's literally a cam system in the pen. So when you push this over, it drives a cam down, and then it locks it in place. And there's your tip, good tip exposure. All of these, I believe, do have good tip exposure because that's one thing I really like. And then to disengage, you just pop it back. And it's just a very unique and different system. Even though it's extremely similar to a bolt action, it's not a bolt action. And I think that's cool. And you get used to it pretty quick. It breaks in quick. It gets real smooth. I'd say all of these break in quick, and they feel super smooth and buttery after just, using it for like a day. But I really enjoy this. The downside to this one is that cam system does have some brass in it, and it's just a little bit weighty on the back end. That's the biggest downfall to bolt action pens in my experience. That's one thing I don't love about tactile bolt action pens. That and just the feel in hand for those. It's like the big one's too big. The Parker one's a little, nothing's the right size for me with their stuff. And I just haven't been blown away by the tactile pens. I want to try another one here soon and see if I can get my hands on one of their slim ones or their new, I forget what the new one's called, but it has like an Ultim bolt or carrier, so that might make it a little lighter weight in the back, which would be good. But that's the one thing I don't love about this, just has some weight in the back. Now, for 90% of you guys, you're probably not going to care about that. You probably have rocked a bolt action pen for a long time, and it's fine. Some people love brass pens, right? So if you don't mind a little bit of extra weight, this is going to be great. And it's not like heavy. It's just for my taste. It's a little bit ass heavy, and it's a little long, I like the Parker refill because you can fit it into a smaller package. These take the same refill. You know what I mean? So sometimes when a pen is made longer with the same refill, it's not my favorite thing, But it's not the end of the world either. It's just something to note. The clip is one of my favorites I've ever seen on a pen because it's basically a milled titanium clip. I mean, it's like a knife clip. It's fantastic. And it works really well too. For this one, you also unscrew down here, and I mean, that seam is like very hard to see, but it's there. Yeah, this is a really good pen, the Cam pen. These also start at $150. That's pretty much your entry point. In my opinion, you're right around $120 to $150 when it comes to a premium pen. You can get some for like $100. I think Tactile starts around $100. This one's $100, so it can be done under $100, but it's right there. So $100 to $150, I'll say, is where you're going to be sitting if you're just looking to get a good premium pen. Right now, that price can go woo, depending on what kind of finishing you get and stuff like that, right? So let's move on to the smooth precision pens. So these are my favorite. There's a couple reasons for it. A lot of it has to do with this just wonderful mechanism. Another thing is the weight and the size. This is their mini version. Takes Parkers, and it's just, they fit the whole refill in there into a pretty small package. I mean, I just showed you these other ones. Same refills, and it is just a lot smaller than these, right? This one's probably going to be pretty similar. Yeah, it's still a little bit smaller than that one. Let's see. This one's going to be close too. Still a little longer. And you're going to have this one. See, it's the smallest one out of the group. And it still packs that refill in real nice. You have good tip exposure. And the cool thing, I didn't write with all of these, did I? Sorry. You know, same refill, so they're all going to rate the same, honestly. This is called Dragon Scale on the finish, and it literally looks like dragon scales. It has this milling inside of each diamond, or whatever you want to call that, dragon scale. I mean, look at that. It's absolutely stunning. They have this sort of proprietary almost stonewashing process. That is a stonewash. This whole pen has that. And it is the craziest stonewash I've ever seen. It's just really cool. It's like a heavy, dark stonewash. Almost looks like a coating, right? Now, there's different versions of this. So this is the OG tie scribe. So this is going to get confusing for a second, but this brand used to be called Urban Survival Gear. The owner, designer, maker, the guy behind the brand is Kelvin, and he changed the name to Smooth Precision Pens. I think he was trying to, make sure he hit the market, the broader market, where Urban Survival Gear kind of sounds more prepper-like and whatnot. Smooth Precision Pens sounds like just a pen company. Exactly what these are. Smooth as hell, precision made, and hey, they're pens. So this is the OG. This is the Tie Scribe Go Mini. So same size. You can see it'll be the same size as the this one here. But the difference is this one has the plunger. And that's the one thing about this I like better than the new versions. And it's some kind of machining update they did to where now they have this cap with a Torx bit. And that is the end right here. They're still the same length. And the reason for that is because you have to account for the bolt. So when this comes down, if they had just gotten rid of the plunger and made it this short, like to here, then when you put this down, you would have open space right here. And they didn't want that, obviously. So they just capped it and left it the same length. So to me, I would just rather have this plunger on here. I just think it looks better. You have your logo up here now instead. And, you can use that as a fidget. You can kind of fidget with it. You can use it to engage and disengage. I don't know. I just think the plunger is better, but that's just my take. But I wanted to show you this one because this is pretty much what the standard version of these pens looks like. Just imagine it has that cap instead of this plunger. So it has these rings for knurling down here, nice and polished inside. You have your threading right here. And their threading is really well done. This is an older version. Their new versions have a new system of how they thread. You see that? So it stops any possibility of cross-threading. And it's very solid. This one's a polished titanium. Very, very cool. And the mechanism is what is very unique about these. It is the clip that acts as the bolt action. And it has some jimping on the clip. You can see that. I've done separate videos on most of these, so you can watch those if you want full details. But it's just a very satisfying mechanism to use. You almost don't even go down and over. You almost just go whoosh, like this. Whoosh, like that. And it'll stay locked up like that, and then boom. And then you can pop it in your pocket and carry it with the clip. Has no problem. Clip doesn't touch, probably because it would rub if you did this. But no issues with the clip at all. I mean, they're just stunning. Look at this. And they come out with a new pattern every single month now. And you can actually sign up for a subscription for them. And every month you'll get a discount, and you get, you get the chance to pick one up, guaranteed. You can always skip that month or cancel, whatever. But it basically locks you in for any limited edition that you can then, just pick up. You don't have to worry about getting on the drop and missing out or whatever. So far, they've done this dragon scale. They've done a Valhalla, which is similar to this, but it has more of a Viking theme. And then they just did one called the Twist, which, oh man, I need to see it in person, but it looks really cool. And the only one I don't have on order is the Valhalla. I just didn't get to that one in time. It kind of looks like a rope braiding around. It's really cool. They also have this one in blue. So it's like this, but then blue dragon scales, which is crazy. I have a Zerk one of these on order. It's supposed to be coming very soon. And then I have a Zerk one of the Twist coming as well. And then this one is my favorite pen of all time right now. This is the Black Camo Edition, which is Cerakoted to look like Army camo, obviously. And it is just absolutely sexy to me. I don't know what it is about it that is so sexy, but it just catches my eye so well. And it has the same great mechanism. Now, this one took a little longer to break in because it has that coating. So I just had, you have to use it, and then it'll wear that these areas. So you'll see those little marks right here. It's only going to be on the inside of the clip there, and that's just where it's wearing from, sliding down here, right, and breaking in. They all have a little bit of those marks, and that's just the break-in process. So when you first get one of these, it might not feel super duper smooth, but if you use it for like a day, you'll instantly start feeling the difference where it just wears in. I mean, this thing is butter. I would say the stonewash versions of the mechanism, like this one and this one, are going to be smoother just because that stonewash is super smooth. Just like anything, pocket knives, when you have a stonewash blade, that detent, everything's going to feel a little smoother. So anyway, that's the Smooth Precision pens. I do have an affiliate link for them down below. If you guys want to pick one up, definitely use that link. It helps the channel out. But I reached out to them after I bought, I had this one. I loved it. And then I found out they changed their name and they had new pens. So I bought this one. And after I bought this one, I was super excited. So I bought this one. And then I asked them if they had an affiliate program. And I got signed up with their affiliate program. I still ended up signing up for their subscription, and I pay full price for the pens. But I get a little bit of commission if you guys order, so it does help. But I wanted to mention that. And you'll be seeing more content on these. I should be getting the new limited edition or the monthly drop pen. I should be getting it every month and doing kind of like a little preview for you guys so you can check it out before they drop, which is really cool. And I'm really happy to be a part of that. So definitely stay tuned for more on Smooth Precision pens. Now, these more limited ones are going to be more expensive, right? Like the Black Camo one is $200. I think that's fantastic. And if you're going to get any of these pens, man, this one just stands out to me. But obviously this, dragon scale is fantastic. So they have all different. So if you get like a mini in titanium, you're looking at, looks like $230 for polished. And if you get the stonewashed one, it's going to be $200. Full size, same pricing. You can get zirconium pens from them and you know, it's like $400 for the dragon scale. But you can also get just the just pens, right? You don't have to get these fancy ones or whatever. But let's see, for a titanium pen mini like this, but the new version, obviously, it's $130. So I think that's well worth the price. Everything that goes into these. They have also, I forgot to mention, the new ones have a no wiggle tip. So the way they have it machined and the way that refill or that tip goes through here, it does not have any wiggle on that, which is pretty damn cool. Check out their website. They also have a blog page and everything. But you're looking at starting around 130, which I think is, you know, perfectly fine. If it's your first order, when you follow my link and go over there, it's going to pop up and offer you 10%. So you can get another 10% off. But all right, that's enough on the Smooth Precision pens. Clearly, I love them. The next one is Studio Neat. So I actually do have an affiliate link for this one as well down below if you want to check it out. I'm going to link all these, obviously. So just have a field day down in the comments, or in the description and comments. I'll pin it. But this one's really cool and unique and different. This is the one I mentioned earlier as being the only more premium click pen on the market. And I say more premium because it's not titanium, it's not Zerk, it's not uber fancy, but it's still better than plastic, right? Which is what most click pens are. It's better than a Zebra, in my opinion. But this one starts at $75, or it is $75. It comes in this one, which is aluminum, and then it's all metal. So it's an all metal construction. But it's aluminum with a nickel colored end there. I'm trying to confirm that it's aluminum. I'm on the website right now, obviously. So the pen is coated with Cerakote, which is very durable, obviously. Let me just, come on, tell me what it's made out of. Specifications: aluminum body and mechanism. There we go. Okay. And then Cerakoted. So it comes in black and nickel, black and copper. So black body, copper pusher. And then you have a white Cerakote with copper and a white with nickel. So really cool. The white is more expensive, it looks like. Let's see. So the price is like, they vary from $75 to $90. So add $5 for copper, and then you add like $10 for white. So it goes up to 90. But I think that's good pricing for sure. I did put a Parker refill in here. And I was surprised that it fit. It was one of the pens where I did not ask ahead of time if it had a Parker refill. I just assumed it. But it came with, I think it was a branded refill. They have their own refill that has a gel refill. So if you're into that, a lot of these companies will have their own refill, and then it'll be, you know, either gel or ballpoint. You got to look into that, and then you can buy their refills. They do that to make a little bit more money, but usually they are based on the Parker size, and then you can just swap it out with Parker, which is what I did. So satisfying clicks. Very nice. Now this does have a little bit of rattle, and that's because it's a click pen. It has that mechanism. So you actually just unscrew. Whoops. You just unscrew, and this guy comes out. This is your mechanism. So every time you click, 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 right, you can see it changing. And then here is the refill. So in case you guys don't know, this is a Parker refill. That's what I was talking about the whole time. Fine, 0.8. Right, I get these on Amazon. I'll try to link that below too if you're interested. You can get like 6 packs for, you know, it's like $12 or something like that. And then your spring. I did a whole video on pen springs. Believe it or not, they do make a difference in how a pen feels. So I do test out different ones in each pen. But then you literally just have this aluminum body. And that is it. So really cool. I don't know why more companies don't have click pens. This must be, it looks simple, but this must be a hard, system to machine. I don't know, and it's possible. That's something I do want to talk about. It's possible these are made overseas. Let me try to confirm where it's made. Included refill is a Schmidt P8126 black ink, and that I think was gel. Usually when I don't see made in the US blasted everywhere, it means it's made overseas, and then the price point also kind of indicates this is made overseas, but I can't be 100% sure, so make sure you double check if that matters to you, okay? As for these, this is made in Canada by Otmog. At least I am like 90% sure they make their own products made one at a time. Sorry, I'm just trying to be careful here because I don't want to say something that's wrong. Okay, I can't confirm, but I'm pretty sure pricing and everything that these are made in Canada, but do your research on that. These are made and machined by Nottingham Tactical. I'm not sure which state they're in, but I think it's like Mississippi or Missouri or something like that. But they are really good people, and they are made fully in the United States. The billet spin products are all machined and made in the United States. I don't know why, but I think it's like Minnesota on this one, or Michigan. Could be wrong, by the way. The smooth precision pens are all machined and made in-house in Texas. They have Swiss lathes that are super expensive. That's one of the reasons that they can do all these crazy freaking milling stuff. And then they outsource locally stuff like Cerakote, I think. But made in Texas, you can actually see it marked. It's under the clip there. It's hard to show you, but it says made in Texas. And then we just talked about this one being probably overseas. But yeah, I really like the mechanism. It's just click in, click out. It's very simple, but a fidgety click pen is like one of the best things on the planet. Just to show you, I know I'm running super long here. I'm sorry, guys. Just to show you what started all this for me, the pen that got me interested in more premium pens is the Parker Jotter. If you want to just spend 10, 20 bucks and get a damn good pen and not deal with me and all this premium bougie shit, get the Parker Jotter. I mean, it is stupid good. Just listen to this. Still the best click pen I've ever handled. I mean, this is good. I really like it, but it's not a Jotter. Very simple unscrew here. It's made by Parker, so guess what? Takes Parker refills. It looks clean as hell. This is stainless steel. Really good tip exposure. So you get a lot for a little on this package here. Now, I don't know where these are made, and again, it's stainless steel. It's, more of your run-of-the-mill type thing. But if you don't want to spend 150 bucks, this is what you get, right? It's just like people with knives. You could go get a Rat 2 and never buy another knife. I'm not that guy, okay? I'm this guy. But this is what started it for me, and this is what made me want to find a premium click pen. And finally, I found one, right? So, super happy with the Mark 1. I love the size of it. Again, I'm not a big fan of thicker pens, but this just does it for me. It's not like thick, but it's like, think of a standard tactile. It's like that. But it feels really good in the hand. And the fact that the refill enters from back here, there's nothing down here to unscrew. So this is all one machined barrel, which is really cool. It comes down to a really nice tip there. So that is the Mark 1. Again, I'll leave the affiliate link down below. And here's another one I have a link to. That one will be down below as well. I'm still not positive how I feel about this pen. At first, I thought it was really cool, and I was excited about it because of the mechanism being different than most of these. But the more I use it, the less sure I am that I like it. And it's not really anything to do with the pen, the design, or anything. Well, a little bit to do with the design, but it's mostly the mechanism for me. So this is a bolt action like some of the others here, right? This one and that one. But instead of this, where you kind of just go, boop, right? You kind of just pop it down and over in one single motion. Super easy, right? Like this, down and over, pop it back. This one has like a U shape, so you can't do that, right? You have to push a lot harder down and over. So it takes a little bit getting used to, and I think being left-handed, it's also harder. But at the same time, it's going to be more secure, I guess. So if you look at something like this, engage it. If I'm writing or something, I could easily just pop that over and disengage it on accident, I guess. Where this, you would have to want to disengage. I mean, there's no way you're just pushing that on accident, right? You have to want it to come all the way over. So it's a plus and a negative for me. I just don't love the U shape in terms of fidget factor. It's just not as fun for me. I also don't love the bolt sticking out this far. That's one of the things on this one I don't love as much either. It sticks out quite a bit. I love how they sort of minimize this as much as they could. Even though it looks very similar, it sticks out much less. And that is one of my very, very many things that I love about the Smooth Precision is it's the clip. There's no bolt sticking out. There's no ugly bolt. There's no bolt and clip. Like, it's just the clip. It makes the whole design just look way cleaner to me. This has, you know, kind of an ugly stamped clip and then this giant bolt and mechanism taking up space here. But at the same time, I really like how it comes down to a very nice tip. It just tapers down really nicely. The machining on this is insane. If you look at this right here, I'm going to zoom in. You tell me where the seam is. Where is the seam? You see it? Point to it. I'm about to twist it open. There it is. Like, what? Like, now you know, you can see it. Maybe some of you made out that little bit of, like, you know, dust that was collected in there. But, like, geez, that is some gnarly tolerance on that, in my opinion. Another positive on these is they're $100, $99, which is pretty cool. Now, I think these are made overseas. Don't know why I have that thought, but I just think they're made overseas. 100% titanium. It is 6 ALV4, so it is grade 5. They even tell you the Rockwell. That's interesting. 36. Bastion Satisfaction. It has an American flag next to it. It says Bastion Satisfaction, risk-free, and we'll replace it, blah, blah, blah. Proudly designed in the United States of America. So that, like, right away screams made in China to me. When somebody says proudly designed, it just makes me think it's made in China. But I can't be certain quickly looking at that. But there's nothing wrong with that. I have knives made in China, so that's fine. But I just want to be clear when I'm telling you guys stuff where everything's made. And for $100, I don't think it matters where it's made. In titanium and everything, I think that's fine. I just don't know how much I love this mechanism. mechanism, but I can see some people really loving it. So I see the benefit of this. And it's really nicely machined. It's not like my favorite aesthetic being, you know, sort of like a rounded butt end and then just tapering down. I don't know. I just love how this smooth precision looks. Just a little bit more angular, I guess. I mean, I love all of these, honestly. This one doesn't scream aesthetically beautiful to me. But I think it screams functionally awesome. So there's that. So you guys obviously are going to have your own thoughts on this. Look at the end of that. Just totally. I just think the machining on that is amazing. So there you go. Link down below for all of these. I want to say a big thank you to all the companies that have sent me stuff to review. Soul Built, Otmog, Billet Spin, Nottingham Tactical. I'll thank Smooth Precision because they're going to start hooking me up so I can preview stuff. Plus, Kelvin's just awesome dude. And then Studio Neat and Bastion as well for sending these out for review. I really wanted to put this video together even though it's almost an hour long. Just so I could show you guys a bunch of different options. I haven't seen a lot of that. I'm not trying to do battles and stuff with pens. I can tell you straight up, these are my favorite. It's just, you can see looking at it, the design aspect, the milling, I don't know, there's just something here. There's like another level, right? You know, you have gears 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then bang, this one hits 5. I really love these 3 as well. The weight on this one at the end holds it back a little bit from being on the same level as these 2. These 2 are absolutely wonderful. They all are wonderful. But this one feels really special to me with that crazy milling and this just interesting detent mechanism. And then I just like the people over at Nottingham, and I love this super simplistic bolt action with the bolt being so close to the top there. The plunger just does it for me. And the milling down here and just the construction of this pen is super well done. It feels amazing. Their stonewash, I didn't mention this, is gorgeous. Yeah, they just do really good work at Nottingham Tactical. And clearly all of these companies do phenomenal work. And then if you're looking for a Sharpie, guys, this one is the best on the market. And it does convert over to a pen, so I wanted to show it off. Okay, I think I have rambled enough. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions, I would love to hear it. I did check in with Tactile. They did not respond to me, so I was going to see if they would loan me a pen, send me a pen. I would have bought one if I got a hold of them, but I didn't get a hold of anybody at Tactile. Billet Spin does have a click pen. Billet Spin does have a click pen, the Soul pen, that looks awesome, so check it out. But it's a silent mechanism, and I just the whole point of a click pen for me is that. So I just didn't want to dish out for the Soul pen for that reason personally. Some people will prefer the silent pen. I think Big Idea Designs also has a silent pen. But again, I'm not linking them down below. And I'm trying to think if there was any other ones. Oh, Refine. So the Refine EP1 is top notch. I believe it's made overseas as well. But it starts at like, I don't know, $50 in stainless. And it's like $70 in titanium. It has one of the most satisfying and well-made bolt action systems. Super lightweight because it's such a small bolt and mechanism. They did say they would send me one to check out, but they are out of stock of titanium. So I couldn't buy one, and they weren't able to send me one because it wasn't in stock. And I had waited very long to do this video. So if they do send me one down the line, I will review it and show you guys a video. I have, I believe, reviewed them in the past, way back. But, yeah, on a budget, looking for a bolt action titanium pen, I think Refine is the way to go. I'd actually save the $20, you know, and just go with the Refine over this personally, unless this design really speaks to you, or this mechanism, the way it's set up, really speaks to you. It's a very safe bolt action, I guess you call it. I don't know how you would state it, but yeah, it's really cool. I'm not trying to say anything's not good about this. It's fantastic. I just think where it falls and the options and everything. So check out Refine. And yeah, if there's any other brands you guys want me to check out, let me know. I'm not into fountain pens. And again, it has to work with Parker refill. Preferably be in titanium, Zirc, something nice like that. And I don't think I'm at the point where I'm going to spend like $5,000-$6,000 on a freaking pen. But, you know, I'm chilling in this $100 to, you know, $300 range or whatever. I think the Zirc version of this was like $350 I paid or some shit. So, yeah. All right. That's it. I love you guys. Thank you so much. If you made it to the end of this video, please hit the like button. Leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about the video. And huge thank you to all these companies. If you guys want to, you know, leave them a thanks. Actually, you could just follow those links and pick stuff up. That's probably how they'd appreciate your support. All right, I'm done. I love you guys. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.